Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently saw what I consider the best James Bond film ever created, and of course that would be Spectre. And there are many things that are happening within the context of the movie in and of itself, and it's extremely multi-layered and you just have to be on your toes the entire time. But there are many different elements of the film that make it very intriguing, and it's consistently evolving in and of itself, and it's mysterious and enigmatic and suspenseful. This had some of the best chase scenes I've seen in a film by far since other Bond films that have been done to date, as well as The Bourne Identity, which I love. And a lot of the fight scenes were just absolutely epic. The relationships that were covered were extremely steamy. I thought very well done. And they also had a sense of tenderness as well. It wasn't just lust, or sex, but it was there was something more, I thought, about the relationships that Mr. Bond had. I loved seeing a softness to Daniel Craig versus the intensity that we have seen in the past. It was a good kind of duality, and you could see that in the very beginning with the writings on the wall and that whole music video and the reflections in the shards of glass, and especially when he comes face to face with his arch rival and we realize who that arch rival is. I'm not going to say much about that because if I do, it'll uncover a part of the plot that I don't really wish to do right away because it'll ruin everything, and I don't want to do that if you're a Bond fan like myself. And there's so much good in this movie, I think, that it just makes it extremely entertaining and just an adrenaline rush. I was clenched to the edge of my seat the entire time. Of course, there are many instances where you have to suspend disbelief because you think, how could that physically be possible? How is he able to do that? No human being, nobody can do that, no matter how well they're trained. I'm sorry, but there were some moments I thought, I don't know. According to the laws of physics, no, that does not work in reality. Trust me, even if you are militarily trained, no matter how quick you are. Maybe if you're in a cartoon, that would probably work because you're bending the rules. But my dad and I, we had a lot of disbelief in some scenes that were playing out in front of our very eyes. But it just, you think, good God, Mr. Bond is a Renaissance man. He is capable of anything and everything. He is a man's man. The man everybody wants to be. And it's a good thing that women don't hold their standards to the James Bond equivalent, or men would be screwed, needless to say. To be honest, I'm not looking for a man like James Bond. I'm looking for a man more spiritual, one who has a tenderness as he displayed, which I thought was a good contrast. The whole idea of the tentacles I thought was very intriguing too. In the beginning I thought, it's like Hydra. There are similarities. If you're into the comic book universe like I am in Marvel, you think, I wonder if that's how Stan Lee got his idea for Hydra. Maybe he did. Who could say? As far as Bond films are concerned, this is the bismuth I've seen so far. It is just the pinnacle, and it is absolutely spectacular. It is remarkable. It's phenomenal. It truly is. And I give it 2 thumbs way up, 5 stars, hands down. Mr. Howard, I love him as a composer, and he was absolutely ingenious in the way that he really captured the mood, and a lot of it is very frantic strings that you can hear in the background with the chase scenes that occur, and it fits. It just works extremely well, and it's also a globe-trotting adventure ordeal that just it spans everywhere that you would think, and of course it leaves it open for another one. I don't know where they're going to take it, because something happens with Max, or C as he's called, that sort of makes you wonder, but then again something else happens that leads you to believe, maybe MI6 is still alive. But C, I think his role was played by Moriarty. He looks very familiar. I think it's the same actor, but he just portrays a villain so easily and sensationally well. He is the epitome of evil and sardonic qualities. That's basically all I have to say about Spectre, and I wouldn't mind seeing it again, because I'm sure there are quite a few things that I missed. One of the most interesting elements is when he meets his brother for the second time, and he tries to shoot him, and there's plexiglass. It's a double layered glass that he can't penetrate, and it creates that that octopus, or I think it's it's an octopus. I thought, I wonder if anybody else noticed that, because that was actually the logo that was introduced for the film in and of itself. Is not giving too much away, just sort of a teaser to get you excited about it. And yeah, that definitely works out. Oh, I'm going to tickle your brain a little bit. Try and figure out what this is all about. And there are a lot of elements in the movie that are very interesting. It was the chess game. I thought they've done that a lot in Bond films in the past, but there really wasn't any game of chess being played at all. It was just a board that was set out just there. And I don't know that much about chess, so if I could learn, that would be tremendous. But I was just wondering if when he moved the ring to Bond, this Dr. Swan's father, they're actually, like I said before, there are quite a few things that are going on in this particular movie that require a lot of attention, and there's a lot of detail that's being compressed into these 2 hours. But it is a roller coaster ride of epic proportions, and I don't think they could have done it any better, honestly. This is just absolutely sensational, and I loved every minute of it. I couldn't get enough. Of course, I love Daniel Craig. Yeah, I'm right here. What do you need? I'm here. What do you need? How is he? Oh, really? Did they send a unit in there? Drone? They got him with a drone. Ooh. Well, I don't wish bad on anybody, but karma. Huh. Yeah. Did he, was there an article about it? Is that what he was talking about? Oh, it's on the news. Okay, even bigger than the internet. So it'll probably be on the news tonight then, right? Well, I don't glorify that kind of thing, but I don't glorify it at all, but I guess in the end justice is served, right? Goodness. Anyway, that was my dad. Her friend from work, one of his nephew was actually, well, yeah, it was, he's an adopted child, but still, blood is blood, even if you're not related. This was a youngster that was involved with giving aid to those less fortunate, and he was, incidentally, he's in the news. Oh, excuse me. my computer went dark on me. But incidentally, he was in the news because ISIS had captured, the second time that he had gone, ISIS had captured him and beheaded him. And my dad just said that he had gotten a call about that particular captor had been disintegrated by a drone. And it's like I said, I don't really condone such things. I had a friend from Turkey who, every time I talked to him, he would tell me, oh, your drone's got so many terrorists today, and let's celebrate. And I thought, let's not. I don't really think that death is something to be glorified, even if it is somebody that abhorrent or abysmal and destructive in nature. I still think that life is precious and should be respected. But anyway, karma, unfortunately. But I pray for both, actually, and give them my regards despite everything else. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. I mean, I don't feel there's no joy in this. There's no elation, no happiness at all. Not even if justice, so-called, has been served in a way. But it's been resolved in that effect. There will be different factions that'll still come out of this, but I would most likely to hear something more positive, honestly. But I'm sorry I was interrupted by that, but I just was given that information, so I just thought I would share. That's also part of my life, more so his, and it's probably given him some comfort. But it's just very it's difficult to know how to actually feel about that. The less said, the better, I think.